Who are the sanguines? You may start thinking of a friend or someone you know who, before he enters the arena or a room or a class or the church or a podium or even an event or a program, and the mouth of the person will enter the place before the person enters. Because they are very expressive kind of persons. They will say all that was said not to be said. You may start thinking of a friend, a colleague, someone you know, very expressive. If he or she is angry, he or she knows exactly how to explain what and what made him or her angry, at which point the anger increased or reduced, or how long the anger spent in him or her before the anger dissipated. Do you have someone like that in mind? Someone, if the person is happy, the person does not hide it. He or she expresses the joy, the happiness as it is. If he or she feels like jumping up, she does that or he does that. And even if it is the very last amount of money that he or she has, he or she will bring the money out and spread it, spray it, or spend it to show how happy he or she is. Very expressive. Such persons are fun lovers. Fun lovers. If you know where there would be a party or a party would hold, and you don't let such a person to know, the person will fall out with you immediately. In fact, you, knowing that there will be a party, would like to invite such a person because such persons are the life of the fun or pleasure of the party. You can't imagine having a very happy party. Maybe a birthday party, a wedding party, anniversary party. So far as it is party, you can't imagine that party being fun-filled, full of fun, joy, happiness, without that person being there. So you'd always tell the person, Jai, ne nwere gbao, ebeke nwere gbao. Asukwa no bnenke ukolie, mo bnenke ukeke. Busole, busudotua. What time? 3 p.m. By 2, organomambom. They are sanguines, fun-loving, very happy, very expressive. And then they have a very soft heart because they like having fun. They have very soft hearts. Bearing grudges is not their thing. To carry grudge, it's not really their thing. When they get angry, they tell you they are angry and then they go away. Next day you see them and you start fidgeting. Perhaps he or she would remember what happened the day before and will face you with it. He or she will be the first person to call you and hug you and say, what is happening? Let us go and have some chilled bottle of beer. Or let us go and have a bucket of ice cream. They are sanguines. And because they like having fun, they can procrastinate anything to have fun. You give them responsibilities, hard tasks. It's not really their thing. As crude as a sanguine is. Not a sanguine that had cultured him or herself over time. Just as crude and natural as a sanguine is. He or she would not prefer anything to stand in the way of pleasure and having fun, having good time. They will know all the spots where there are restaurants and bars, all the houses designated for having fun. They know them. And then they do not like to be constrained by responsibilities or tasks. No. Very fun-loving. But then, these very happy people, they procrastinate because they want to continue being happy. If they have responsibility or task to carry out, they will keep it by the side. And before you know it, they will have 1,000,000 tasks to carry out in a split second. They are extroverts. That's why I said they are expressive. And then you could say that they talk too much because it is part of being expressive. Any secret you give a sanguine, know it that he or she must have told another person and told the person not to tell anybody. This is a secret too. But don't tell anybody. The person that told me not to tell anybody. You can imagine if the person, a sanguine, is telling not to tell anybody, is also a sanguine. That one will also tell some other persons and tell them not to tell anybody. At the end of the day, everybody will have the secret without telling anybody. When it comes to driving, for instance, if you come out and take a look at the main road, or you are driving on the highway, you will not easily notice a sanguine. When all of a sudden, he or she will start throttling. All of a sudden, he or she could also decide not to throttle as fast as he or she was doing before then. Indecisive is another trait that could be reckoned for them as weakness. Indecisive. Making decision. Kind of difficult. And if they are parents, training children is a bit problematic for them because to caution a child, they will do that easily because they are expressive. Why did you do this? You should not do this. Stop doing it and don't do it again. But the child of a sanguine knows that he or she can repeat that same thing and nothing serious would happen. They usually don't spank children so much. They just a little and that goes. And they may even forget the offense the child committed because they don't bear grudges. These are sanguines. They are very good in being marketers, sales girl, sales boy. They can get a pin, the like of the one we use in dressing this table, and tell you how precious that pin is. For you to buy it 1,000 naira, one singular pin, you will buy it 1,005 happily and going home with that single pin. Very good in convincing people because they are expressive. But I'm going to leave the sanguines here. There are so many things about them we cannot finish at a go.